Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Simple Stamping Sunday. I'm Barry, and I'm from Mitosu Crafts here in the UK. Yes, we'll just hang on a little bit. We'll just see whether or not I'll just wait for people to join us. And as normal, yeah, okay. Come on, Tommy. You can join me to start off with, but you can't stay here for long. This is Tommy, by the way. Everybody who's used to this. He likes to come and join us and sit down. He's actually made himself at home, but this time, come on, Tommy, you're going to have to get yourself off this time. You made a little appearance. Good boy. Lovely. So, yes, that was Tommy. So we'll just wait a little bit longer to get people coming in. I'll just check to see whether or not the feed's up. Yep, there we go. Feed is up. Oh, let's turn that down. There we go. That's lovely, and just so I can see. That's it. All right, so hi, welcome again. Right, let's crack on. So I am going to be doing today, working with one of the new stamp sets out of the spring summer catalogue for this year. It's got some great little stuff in it. Okay, but we're going to be working on the Butterfly Gala stamp set. Which you can find here in the catalogue on page 34 and 35. It's the Gingham Gala suite here, and we're going to be using the Butterfly Gala stamp set mainly, and the punch. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up on this, the punch has sold really, really well. It's gone better than expectations, and is due to sell out very soon. So if it's something you like, and you want it soon, I would order it soon, because it's gonna sell out soon. It's gone better than their expectations, and obviously they're struggling now to keep up with demand. So yes, so it's something. Keep an eye on it. If you want it, order it soon, and we will go from there. All right, I can see we've got a few people joining us. Not sure who's joining us at the moment, but hello, whoever is joining us. It's not pinging up yet. So that's it. So we will crack on here with the simple stamping cards we're going to do today. So we're going to make two cards. We're going to make, first of all, we're going to make this one right here. All right. Good evening, Donna. How are you? We're going to make this lovely little card here. All right. Going to change it up ever so slightly. Going to be using some DSP instead of stamping. So this is what Jay's made, and I'm just going to change it. If any of you can hear that clunking, it's not me, Jay. That's Tommy running around. All right. So Jay told me not to clunk. I dropped some stuff earlier on and said it was really, really loud. So this week I'm not clunking. I just got the cat clunking, running around having a loony 5 minutes. All right. So we're going to make this card here. Coming a bit closer. There we go. We're just going to change this up ever so slightly, and then we're going to be making this card right here. All right, I'm using a bit of Winker Stella on there. Look at that shimmer. That's it. And we're going to be doing that. All right, so let's crack on. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be using, as normal, as I'm always doing on these in these little lives, is I'll be using the Whisper White note cards and envelopes, because it's perfect for simple stamping. You've got the envelope, you've got the card, it's all done and dusted. You don't have to worry about any trimming, any scoring as such. Not really. Nice and simple for you. So we're going to be using those. We'll also be using the Butterfly Gala stamp set, which I've already got mounted up. You can see here, it's got some lovely stuff on there. All right, and we would also be using this beautiful Gingham Gala 6x6 designer series paper. It's absolutely lovely. Comes in several colours. So you've got your Daffodil Delight. See if I can remember. Highland Heather. Your Grapefruit Grove, Lemon Lime Twist, and Balmy Blue. So you've got a small pat on one side, and then if you turn it over, you have got the larger pattern there. Absolutely lovely. It's really nice. Now, if I'm completely honest with you, I didn't really rate it much when I first saw it in the catalogue. It was sort of it's another pattern paper, and then I saw what people were doing with it, and yeah, I just liked it from then. So hopefully you will like it as well. But it's a lovely piece of paper. Let's pop that down there. So let's crack on. So I've got everything ready here. Sorry, Jay, I was just clunking then. Sorry. That's it. For those of you who don't know, Jay sits in the other room and watches these and comments. So I don't always see the comments, but Jay will sit there and comment for us. All right, so I've already got my note card here. So what I will do is I will just use my bone folder here, fold this over. It's already scored, pre-scored. That's it. All right, and I've already cut down my designer series paper, the gingham paper. So the note cards are 3.5 by 5. So I have cut the note card down to 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. Okay. I'm sorry, I flick between centimeters and inches all the time. That's just something which I've always done. I work in both centimeters, inches. So I do apologize if I confuse you. Let me just, so that was the inches. Let's go with the centimeters here, which is approximately 8.5 centimeters by about 12.4 centimeters approximately. And that will give you a bit of a border around the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that down first of all. I'm going to go with a small pattern. See, we've got a few more people watching. I can see there's some comments there. Was that Nancy? Hi Nancy. Hi Bridget. How are you today? All right, so a bit of glue in there. Put my lid on. I'm just going to stick that in like so. That's it. So first part done. All right, so I've already cut my paper down to size here. So this here is, see, this is where I flick between centimeters because I've measured that one in inches and I've measured this one in centimeters, sorry. So in centimeter wise, we are 6.5 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, or it is 2 9/16 by 4 1/8 is what we're measuring on that one there. All right, so that's and that's going to go over in the center. Now a little tip here, what I've done is I've marked the center here with a little bit of pencil because it's just going to make it a little bit easier. If you might be able to see it if I bring it up closer. So I've just found the center point here. No, is it going to come up? You can just see it. I've found the center point of the card. All right, and that's important. So obviously I just measured across, found the center point that way, and I found it, and then that's given me my dot in the center here. Reason being is that what I want to do is I want to stamp this using my Memento ink pad. All right, so give that a good old ink up, because the center butterfly is going to want to cover up that dot. Okay, it just gives me an idea of where the center is, so that things look good. All right, that's that. Now I just need to make sure I clean this off. I'll just get my stamping scrub. So again, for those of you who don't know what the stamping scrub is, it's a great bit. It's a great bit of kit for stampers. Wet it one side, cleans it, dry it the other side. Okay, and we'll put that to one side. Right, I just need to just stamp it off a little bit just to dry that. Okay, and the reason I'm just stamping that off to dry it is because I don't want any residue coming up on this. And then I will then take the second one, being careful not to ink up that top butterfly. So like so. Because these butterflies are connected. Now you can disconnect these butterflies, some people do. I don't want to. All right, and then I will then ink up that one like so. And because I've cleaned that top one, I shouldn't have any residue. All right, because I cleaned it and then I dried it afterwards as well. I stamped it off so that it didn't leave any residue on there, because even though the scrub will clean the stamps and get rid of the ink, it will leave a little bit of an imprint if you stamp it straight away. So just make sure if you're doing that, you can either mask it off with a bit of post-it note, sticky or something, some washi tape, anything like that, and then you can peel that off. But the way I've done it works. You can see I haven't got any. Let's get this focus. So I haven't got any residue at the top there. It's nice and clean. All right. So that's that one. I'm just going to leave that to dry up 1 second. And what I will also do as well is I need that top butterfly. So I'm just going to ink that top butterfly up. Now it doesn't matter that I've got the bottom one marked. I'm just going to ink like that. Cover that so I don't get my fingers in it. Now I'm going to take the, obviously this stamp set comes with the punch as well. You can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to now just punch out, because I only want the top butterfly. I'm just going to line that one up. And punch. All right, come back to that. And there we go. All right, that's actually all I'm going to be doing with that punch tonight. Just one go, but it's there's some other cards. There's some beautiful stuff out there which has got some rules. Just use that punch. Lovely. Okay, I don't know what these comments are going on here. All right, so that's that one there. I'm just going to let that all dry up a little bit, because I'm going to wink a Stella it in a moment. Ah, body. Okay, I just realised what you meant, Jay. I've got a bodiless butterfly. All right, so body there, black. I always forget the body on the butterfly. All right, so it comes with a little body. And here we go. Here we go. And take its little antennas. I'm sure there's a more technical word term for it, but that's it. And you've even got a tiny one as well for the smaller butterfly. That one there. And a little bit wonky on that one. I just jogged at the last minute. Never mind. All right. I've had a few drinks, that one. So there we go. So I just let that one dry up for a second. And I will now move on to the sentiment, which is this one here. So I'm going to use this one as a little note, is the sentiment. I'm going to stamp that up like so. And I'm going to take the banner punch here, and I'm just going to line that up. Like that. All right. And I'm also going to do that with a little bit of the Gingham Gala paper as well. And I'm just going to line that one up. My light is very bright tonight, actually. We've got a new light which we're trying out. So I'm going to line that out so the pattern's straight. We've done that. All right, so that's that. And then what I will do, just going to put a little bit of glue on that. And I'm just going to offset this. Like so. I'm just going to let that stick up for a moment. Just need to just rearrange that. So one of the good things about wet glue is you get a little bit of wiggle time. There we go. I'll just let that set up. I'm going to do something else with that in a second. All right, so now that this has had a little bit of time to dry, I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella and I'm just going to wink up the wings. Now what will happen is, because this is obviously, it's a memento, it is a water-based ink, it will pull in some of the black ink, so it will turn it slightly grey. I quite liked that when I did it on the trial run. But as long as you don't overwork it, you won't ruin the line art here. If you really overwork it, obviously you'll damage it. So just be gentle, just wink it up. That's it. Go into the center one. And so what are you all loving out of the new catalogue? Obviously, if you've seen the new catalogue or got the new catalogue yet, what are you loving? Pop some comments in there for us. Yeah, Jay, that was a comment. In my head, I was singing that song as well, but I didn't want to do it. There we go. So that's had a nice little bit of winking. All right. So that's that. I will now pop some glue on the back here. Okay, I've got another cat which is on her way doing her rounds at the moment. We've had Tommy at the beginning, and now Suki is trying to jump on top of the camera. So if the camera starts to wobble in a moment, you will know why. It's because she's sitting on top of the stand. There you go. She's just about to jump up now. There we go. And that's Suki, which I've got sat on top of me at the moment now. I'll take a picture of her afterwards if she's still there, and I'll post that on there on Facebook so you can see what she's been doing. All right, so that's that. So now that this one's dried up, I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to just snip off and just square this end off here. A little bit of glue in here again. And we will stick that over like so. Like that. So this is quite a simple card. It looks complicated, but it actually isn't. So if you're a newbie, don't be put off by something which might look a little bit complicated. They're quite straightforward, really. All right, so now what we will do is I will grab one of the Gingham Gala adhesives, what they called it. So Gingham Gala adhesive backed sequins. I'll grab my take your pick tool. I'll put the spatula on that. Actually, I'm going to do it the other one end. And I'm going to use a lemon lime twist one. I'm going to use, is that going to work? Or is it going to be better with? There we go. So I'm going to pop one in there. And one in there. All right, so that's those ones there made, and that's that card done right there. So it says get that focus to come in there. Oh, focus, there we go. So you can see I've got some nice shimmer on that. You can see it's just gone a little bit grey, but that's just where the black ink's just bled a little bit. All right, and there we go. So really, really simple card here. Absolutely lovely. So that was the original one right there. And you can see what Jay's done. He's used this stamp set here and has actually used it as a solid stamp to go round. So no DSP on that one. He used and just used a bit of lemon line twist card down there as well. Whereas what I've done on this one here, changed it ever so slightly and made it into put the Gingham Gala as a backing. All right, so you only need one ink pad for this one here, one colour and the packet of paper, and you're good to go really. But obviously, if you've got other inks, you can do what you need to do. All right, so that's that particular one there. We'll put that to one side, and I'm just going to move on to the second one now. This one's quite straightforward. Oh, somebody's angry. Who's put an angry face on? Sorry if I upset you. Hi everyone that new who's watching. Sorry, I can't see the comments. Jay's on the comments, but thank you for joining me tonight. So we're going to move on to this next one here. Oh, I forgot my punch bit. Let me just wink this one up. See, I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, I forgot his body. There we go. And that's what that punch is for. Oh, actually, I can't do it now because I put the thing on it. But that ideally was meant to sit on there, and I was gonna mount that up like so. But I've put the sequin down now, so I'll have a go at that later on. That's where that should have gone. All right, so that's fine. All right, so the next one which I'm going to do for you is the card which I've got on the table here as well. All right, which is this one here. Now, again, this is quite another simple card. It will once again be using the note cards. So I'll take all of that out there. It will be using, let's get rid of that stamp set there, which isn't needed. And I'll bring in these other ones right here. So they've all been mounted up. So let me just, I'm going to keep it flat for the moment because it's going to be a bit easier to stamp this. I'm going to take the Memento ink again. And I'm just going to pop it on a bit of scrap paper. So, one thing I forgot was my scrap paper. So let me just put this over. I'm going to do it on this for a moment. All right, so I've inked up I'll just ink that up again. Okay, and this one is going to go like so. And like so. That's the reason a bit of scrap paper on the bottom there, so that doesn't happen, so it doesn't get on your nice background. All right, so that's those two here, and then I'm going to then just get a bit of scrap paper for this one. And we will ink that one up like so. All right, so I'm done with the black for the time being. All right, so a little bit of a tip here for you. So these butterflies have got the wings which come with it as well, so you can put different colors on. All right, So a little tip for you of how to position these up. So if we position the top one, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit so I can a bit more over the top. Position that one where you want it. And that one where you want it, and then get your block and then line that up. And if we do it, it's actually the same for the base as well. It's all gone quiet, concentration. That clunking was a cat jumping off the box now. There you go. And we will. So they are now all in the correct position. All right. So I'm going to take Balmy Blue and I'm going to then ink these two up here. All right. And they will then go over the top. And you can see then that's given me, I'm a little bit off. It's typical, isn't it? So when you're doing it live, so it doesn't always go quite right, does it? So now I'll take the other one. All right, now I'm going to stamp off on this one and come in and do that there. All right, so I've got a two-tone here. All right, I am ever so slightly off, but that's because I'm not there. I would normally stand up and look over this. All right, so I've now taken the 2-inch circle punch here. All right, so 2-inch. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to pop that in there. And just, I've forgotten the body again. All right, so let's bring that over. Let's get the body of this one here. The antenna. All right, so let's do the antenna first. Oh no, actually I need the body first, don't I? There we go. Now I'll go with the antenna. That's it. And now I will pop the little body on that one. And the little antenna. So again, you can see I've got all of our stuff linked that are mounted on several blocks. Again, doesn't necessarily mean if you're new to this, I would say the largest block which I'm using is block D here. So all of these would obviously work on this, so the larger ones and the smaller ones. Obviously for better positioning, the smaller ones will be better. It's easier to hold and try and do a small stamp on a big one, but again, you don't need to buy all of these blocks instantly. Just the D block is the one which you can probably even get away with C block actually. Is that C? Yeah, C block, that will work as well. All right, so that's those two done right there. All right. I'll let that dry up for a second. Now, what I've done here is you've got the offcuts of the Gingham Gala paper, DFP. All right, so I'm just going to bring my trusty trimmer in. I'm going to trim this down. Now, I've done it at 1/2 inch. Okay, down. All right, so that's that one there by 5.5 inches. Sorry, by 5 inches this way here. All right, so that will be the size which I need. All right, so, and that one, so it's going to like this here. All right, that will there will, actually what I'll do is I'll fold this over first. Yeah. So bone fold that over so you get a nice crisp line. All right, so this is going to go in there. All right, and my circle is going to go over the top of that, right, like so. All right, so I'm going to bit of glue on the back here. I will stick that down like so. All right, and we will then bit of glue on the back here. Now, normally I would probably put something like this on dimensionals, but because these are on note cards and you want to keep the postage relatively cheap for it as well, obviously don't put dimension on it, and you should go through, obviously I know in the UK you should go through on a cheaper postage anyway, so just bear that in mind when you're stamping up and putting dimensionals on. The more dimension you put onto it, the more expensive it might be for posting. So that's that. So I'm going to take a little note again. So you can stamp this beforehand. I'm being brave on stamping it after. Line that up, and we'll pop that in there. That's it. And to finish off, we will use the the Balmy Blue adhesive sequins this time. I'm going to do it with my spatula, I think. All right, so I'm going to go with one there, one there, and one over there. All right, let's pop that to one side for you. And to finish it off, we will just wink this. Just wink this butterfly up here. That's it. I'm really loving Winter Stellar at the moment, especially on these butterflies. It's really, really good. So remember, all links to any of the stuff which we've used today will be either down below on the YouTube video when I post it up on YouTube, or over on our blog, definitely. So that's that. And that there is that card. You see, I can bring that in, let that focus up a little bit more. There we go. That's it. And you can see I was a little bit off there, so apologies for that. A bit more time taken. You'll get that. I'm sure you'll get that absolutely perfect. And there we go. So really, really simple cards. Okay, so close-ups. All right, so that's that. Probably would have been better to have stamped that separately, and I probably would have got it a bit more even and central. All right, but hey. So, and that's the original card there. So this was done with Blueberry Bushel. Probably would be better maybe with a Pacific Point. It's a little bit lighter. I've gone with Balmy Blue on this one, so you can see the difference which we've got. So let's bring that one a little bit closer. All right, and the gems on there, and that one right there. All right, so that's those two cards. So let's put that one to one side, that one. So they're the two cards which we've made this evening. I can see some hearts floating about, so thank you very much for whoever's given us those. There we go. And that's that. All right, so there's our Simple Stamping Sunday bits today. So remember, these, if you want this one and you want the punch, which I actually forgot to put on, which should have gone on this one here. Punch, remember the punch is selling out fast, so if you want it, get it soon, otherwise it won't be available again until, at the moment they're expecting mid-March. It's going really, really quickly. It's very, very popular. Celebration. So if you're not seen this before, Celebration, spend £45 or £90 with us, and you will get to choose either one item or one £45 item or one £90 item out of the catalogue. So 40 is obviously with this set and so on, you'll be able to, with a few extras, you'll be able to get up to £45 easy, and you can then choose something free out of the catalogue. Apart from the organdy ribbon, they've been again really popular and sold out as well. So and it's really done really well this year. So have a little look through that. Everything's all on our website, and you can see what's on there. Remember, if you're interested, join our team as well. We'd love to have you as part of the Mitosu Stamper, okay? And there's two options. For £99, you can get to choose either option 1, or for £125, you can choose option 2, and you would get to pick £170 off a product for £99, or £170 off a product for £125, plus you get the tote bag. So if that's something which is interesting, you just drop us a message, and we will get that one sorted for you, and we can have a little conversation if you're interested in that. Apart from that, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will be back here again next Sunday, 7 o'clock, for another Simple Stamping Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.